Welcome back. Our next guest is, well, she's very hard to pigeonhole, actually, because she first became a household name as Lydia Grant in the hit 80s television series Fame, and has gone on to become one of America's most accomplished choreographers and television directors.
Debbie Allen is currently in rehearsals directing the cast for a new West End production of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and she's also had time to star in the updated big screen version of Fame, because there's going to be one. Before we talk to her again, morning again, here is the next generation of talented wannabes in the new film of Fame.
This school is here to develop you as an artist. And when you're ready, send you out there to go to work.
She's hot, but she thinks she's like the most talented kid in the school.
Maybe she is.
This girl is amazing.
You guys produce?
I'm actually working on a track right now.
I was the best singer at my old school. How do you know if you're good enough?
You want to be famous? Then you gotta earn it.
Are you ready?
Well, that rather answers my first question, which was, does it have the same song? And it does.
Absolutely.
You could not have it, really, could you?
You could not have the song Fame. You have Out Here on My Own as well. And really, it's just a wonderful remake of a great story that still continues on. The challenges the young people are facing in the arts and in the world today. It's just great.
Now, we had, of course, that famous quote that I won't ask you, actually, to say. Although
go on.
Well, I'm sure you've been asked it millions of times.
You mean, if you want fame? Well, fame costs, and right here is where you start paying in sweat.
She said,
That
chills
one.
down my spine every time she used to say that.
Can you just keep doing it for the next 5
I
minutes?
know, at the gas station, at the grocery store, it comes up.
I'm sorry, but
It's
thank
still-
you for indulging us
It's
with that.
okay.
But that we saw that chap then. He seemed to have a new sort of catchphrase. Is he the new you in the film?
Well, there's no new me because I'm there. I'm the principal in this new version, which is Mrs. Sims. Miss Grant is married now. That's what my
So
subtext.
Miss Grant becomes Mrs.
Yes,
Sims.
Mrs.
Oh,
Sims.
okay.
That's my married name. That's what I'm saying.
There must be a backstory.
That'll be the next movie. And the television series, the new TV series. We'll see if it happens.
That's great.
You know, because the movie was amazing, but it was really the television series that created that global culture.
Yeah.
You know, which
But
was...
even you said at the time, or just even recently, I read an interview, you said you couldn't even quite comprehend just how big it was, but it was phenomenal.
When we landed here in London, that's when we found out. We came here to do a UK tour that was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I thought we were the Beatles or something. We got off the bus and there were thousands of people, and, you know, Royal Albert Hall was amazing. You know, I just love London. I'm so happy to be back here after all these years and directing Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I mean, it couldn't be better for me right now.
Yes, good thing you turned the corner to that, because
Yeah.
you directed an all-African-American version of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof on Broadway.
Yes.
And what are you doing with the production here in London? Because you've got Adrian Lester in it, haven't you?
Adrian Lester is a dream come true. We have James Earl Jones, SANAA LATHAN, my sister, PHYLICIA RASHAD. We're doing the classic Cat on a Hot Tin Roof with a black cast. We can't say African American because most of the cast is British now. The actors here are phenomenal. I mean, I just had such a great time auditioning.
I'm just intrigued as to why you wanted to do that with that particular play.
Well, it really was the vision of my producer, Stephen Bird, who's an amazing, amazing young man who came out of Wall Street, loves literature, loves plays, and just knew that this classic material translates, which it does. I mean, it's really not about race or ethnicity, it's about a dynasty, which you know a lot about here in London. And in any dynasty of family, there's skeletons, there's history, there's betrayals, there's a lot of love. And this is the eve of the death of the patriarch. So we're trying to explore this material, which is so relevant right now, dealing with
Just
that.
explain the story for people again, if we were bringing in a new generation to Cat on a Hot Tin
Well,
Roof.
Big Daddy's 65th birthday, and he thinks he just got a clean slate from the doctor that he's healthy, but he's really dying of cancer. And some of his family knows it, some of them don't. He has a young son, Brick Pollitt, who was the the prodigal son who's fallen down, and Maggie, his wife, who he's not had a love relationship with in several years. There's a betrayal, a relationship between Maggie and his best friend Skipper, who died. There's a lot of unraveling here of what's, you know, who is going to inherit the kingdom is what this is
Tennessee
about.
Williams does simmering tensions so much.
Oh my God, Tennessee Williams is such a glorious playwright. He writes it, and you have to read it several times, and you can even have directed it, and you still may have a different point of view the next time you get there. So the audience will take away many things. I mean, there was a movie, a famous movie with Elizabeth Taylor and Paul Newman, but that movie did not really deal with the real subtext of this play. It had to be kind of cleaned up, if you will, because in the 50s they couldn't deal with a lot of things that we can do, you know, homosexuality or the idea of it couldn't exist then.
Right.
The last time I saw you was in a very sort of gleeful reunion of the former Fame, with Justin Lee, which was just hilarious. And he got you all together, and some of the cast that you hadn't seen before. And I'm just wondering, a lot of them didn't go on to achieve the sort of level, or have they done? I mean, you've achieved such prominence with your directing and everything, your choreography, but I haven't really seen many of them.
Well, they've been successful in their own ways. Carol Mae Jenkins is a big professor at a university. Carla Imperato, Danny Amatullo is he has a big construction company now. He builds sets for studios. Erica Gempel, Coco, is still acting and singing. Lee Carrere is scoring movies. We lost Jean Anthony Ray.
Yeah.
You know,
That
so.
was sad.
But everyone is successful. I mean, you can't judge success based on fame. You have to judge it on what you're doing.
Thanks very much for coming in. Fame opens on September 25th. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Novello Theater. We open November 21st. We start our previews. Please come. It's going to be amazing.
Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for coming in.